Did you see that he's on front of a Chinese flag? No, that's an American. That's an American?
That's. Yeah, we should take a second with that. That's an American flag, Courtney.
I thought it was something else because I couldn't see the stars. Then I see the stars at the bottom.
Okay. I mean,
I thought he was like being a troll.
The Chinese or the flag of China doesn't have stripes in it.
I'm also not wearing my glasses. I can't see those words.
All right, moving on. Episode 73.
How you say that in Spanish?
Traveler whiskey. I don't know. You're with the questions today. We can't get these episodes started. All right, so this whiskey, Chris Stapleton, the boy. You know who Chris Stapleton is? You familiar? Heard his name?
That's
Once,
I heard
twice?
the name. Can't track.
Perfect. So, a country artist.
Yes.
If you will.
Okay.
Yeah. He's worked with a lot of different musicians, Justin Timberlake, etc. So, this
is his whiskey.
Apparently.
Have you had it?
So it says. No, I've not. This is the concept of the show is we're trying new things every episode. So
I didn't know. I mean, you're much more of the connoisseur than I am.
I get you. No, I have not. I
didn't know if you tried like a different.
I've not gotten into this.
Cast
This is a collaboration with Buffalo Trace. For those that are familiar.
We'll talk about them earlier.
Traveler brings together the collective artistry of Chris Stapleton and master distiller Harlan Wheatley. Blend number 40 is the carefully curated result of countless hours of testing and tasting. All right, boom. So we're going to get right into it. I don't think there's actually no...
I love the color.
It does have a nice color. There's no tasting notes on the bottle. So
surprise.
We'll just see what we get into. There is a nice little map on the back of the bottle, which is kind of fun.
It's
if you actually look through it, I don't know if it's quite that, but all right.
Pop. There we go.
Ooh, nice pop.
Now the show has started.
That's right. We have Mike DeMarco here with us.
Got a guest.
Hello.
Josh
Welcome back.
is out.
Thank you.
Isaiah
is out.
In the tri-state, he said.
Everybody's out. So we brought,
PTO that I did not approve.
brought Mike in. So
Yo.
there we go.
What you been up to, Mike?
Just producing music. Lots and lots of music on the way.
Let me ask you a couple questions about that.
Sure.
So you're doing the social media thing.
I am doing that.
Big social media presence. Seems like you're putting out a lot of content on a weekly basis.
I love your reels,
which is great.
Thanks, man.
And you're collaborating with various artists.
Mm-hmm.
How do you wind up? How do they find you for the most part? Is it through the reels? Is it through Instagram? Do you have like a website? Like, what's the way that people connect with you?
I would argue a lot of it's through social media.
Yeah.
I have my website, but like that just has like my music catalog and where all my music's been released, like on streaming platforms and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's mostly through social media. That's how I want to market myself because it's free.
Yeah.
And you can reach the masses. Like I had a post at the end of December go viral, which like was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And what's the bulk of the work that people reach out to you for? Like, what's the thing that you spend the most time doing aside from creating social media content?
Writing music and like producing like the instrumental, like the back end of the music.
Yeah. Okay. So people are hitting you up, like singers, rappers, things like that.
Yep.
Right? Kind of one and the same? Are they different?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Depends.
If you rap, you rap. You sing, you sing.
Great.
You
So
sing,
they're
right?
reaching out, connecting with you. They're
Sure.
looking for music.
Mhm.
And you are either A, selling them something that you've already made, or B, you're creating something that they're kind of you know, collaborating with you on.
Yeah. I'll if it's something I haven't made, then I'm just like, hey, let's get on a call and I'll be like, what's your vision for the project or the song?
Yeah.
And then kind of just throw some artists that we like in common or what they want it to kind of sound like. And then I'll just send them some demos of something I can write up in the next week. And then we just kind of follow it from there at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. God bless, man.
Thanks.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Very good.
Make some great stuff, man.
Yeah, respect. So,
What up?
on that topic, you were kicking things off before we started recording. You were really getting into the whole Drake fiasco.
I don't like it. At
So,
all.
for context, rumor has it that there's a video out of Drake exposing himself to a degree.
Yeah.
And so,
Frenzy.
is it, correct me if I'm wrong, is loosely confirmed.
It's pretty confirmed.
Somebody reached out to him and was like, this is you, or shared it with him. And didn't he like respond with an emoji or something? It wasn't as if he was like, oh, that's me.
Get that much information.
I think that's my understanding, is that the person that sourced the video, like posted it, tagged him, he responded with an emoji, like a laughing, crying emoji kind of thing.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
And so people took that as confirmation that was in fact him, because why would you, you would deny it otherwise.
Or you would just ignore it.
Did you see the video?
Unfortunately,
have you seen frames of it, or have you seen it, watched it start to finish?
This is why I saw it, which is this is why I don't like it.
It's playing at your house. On TVs,
my wife has it on loop. Like, no. So, I'm on X, which is formerly Twitter. We're all doing our business.
Which I think is where it flourished.
I would guess so.
That's where it came.
And this is a layered contention, okay? So now X does this thing that's called the For You tab. And there's your timeline and then your For You tab.
Sure.
Nothing in that For You tab is for you. It's what...
So you're suggesting that there's no algorithm in place to try to source content for you based upon who you follow.
Exactly.
It's what Twitter wants for
you. It's
what
they want you to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you not think that there is some manipulation to that based upon who you follow?
There are a lot of people I follow that I see on that tab.
Because I get a lot of affiliated content based upon the people that I follow.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So
a lot of people that you follow are really into this video.
And that's when I'm like, why?
You're like, who's
doing this?
Who is it that I follow that's so into this?
So
it popped up in your For You tab.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, you
clicked play.
Just no. It's a scroll, and I'm like in shock.
You scrolled past.
What? Because I'm.
And what was like the tagline of the post?
I didn't even see the.
You just saw a blurry frame.
And
you knew what it was instinctually.
You can, like as a person, as a man who has
you can spot it. You can spot it through the pixelation.
What? And then I'm like scrolling, and then I see people talking about it.
Okay.
So then I'm like, all right, man, this is crazy.
Yes.
Because why would I get this?
Sure.
Is this some kind of game or a sick joke?
It's not a game.
It just makes me angry that I sound so old. It makes me angry that this can just find you. You know what I mean?
Like the internet, dude.
That
people
part
find you all the time.
Yeah, man. I just don't. I sound so old, but I just don't like that.
Your issue,
you know what I mean?
Your issue with the video is more that it found you, not that it exists.
It found me, not that I went out to find it.
You weren't seeking it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
you see what I'm saying?
All right. So we've established that Courtney was not seeking the video.
No.
So we have that on the record for everyone.
I mean, what you do with your,
you saw it.
Yeah.
So at some point through your scrolling, you got interested.
No,
and you clicked.
Why are you doing this to me?
At what point, in order for you to have seen the video, you had to have hit play at some point.
No, you got the autoplay videos. Just play as you scroll.
So you were scrolling.
Yeah.
It starts playing,
and I'm like,
you slow up.
No. There's no slowing.
It was a long enough video. You can't slide by it. Yeah, you got to watch it.
So this is all right. Let me explain. This is the timeline.
I'm not trying to blast you, by the way.
No.
All that I'm trying
to understand the facts.
I'm trying to establish the duration of the time, like how long you spent with the video, so that I can ask you whether or not you believe that it's Drake.
Oh no, I didn't do any investigation with the video. I'm like,
okay.
Oh, so you go down the tab, and I'm like, all right, I'm taking a deuce. It's like 11 a.m. whatever. I'm doing my scrolls, and there's like people talking about it that I see, and I'm like.
So you're scrolling by, pants off.
And there's I follow women and they're talking about it. And I'm like,
you got interested.
I'm like, that's strange.
Curious.
I'm like,
it's okay.
But then boom, it just pow.
Yeah,
right in the next scroll.
Understood.
Boom. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is what I did. I was, what the? And I'm in the bathroom now, just sitting there, looking around because I don't understand, like, I understand, but I don't understand. I felt like a target.
But from a forensic standpoint, we get that you're targeted.
I feel like a target.
We understand.
Yeah.
We feel bad for you.
I hate crime.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Black on black crime. Just calling it what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
I'm just calling it what it is.
First of all, I've been very upset with Drake, and I've been voicing it. I know you've been seeing my tweets about him. I'm very upset with him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's playing in our faces a lot with a lot of the stuff he's doing. And I feel like this is part of it.
Okay.
I think they need to give him a suspension on his passport. And you need to stay in Canada for a little while and think about the things that you've been doing. That's how I feel about it right now.
Okay, so you have no stance on whether or not it is in fact Drake or not because you didn't get a good look at the video.
I don't know. It could be a deep fake. I don't know.
Could be a deep fake. Interesting take.
I don't believe anything you see. I thought the robots that were shooting guns.
That's also
was
true.
real.
You are slightly gullible.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can go down a path pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm definitely a person that's you got to see it to believe it, and then if I see it, I instantly believe it, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
should we pull it up for you so you can get a good look at it?
I've been searching for it. The link that
we're
was
trying to just make sure.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm good.
I think it's like, I don't know, man. I gotta be honest.
You saw it.
I saw enough of it.
Enough of it.
I don't know how long it actually is ultimately. I saw enough of it to feel as if chances are it looks like Drake. But in all fairness, assuming the video that I saw is the video that everybody's talking about, it could go either way. It could go either way. It's a kind of far away. It seems like it's shot in a mirror. It's pretty low light. It's a weird angle for the most part.
It's uncomfortable.
It could 100% be him though.
It's a very strong possibility that it's definitely him.
I don't know. That looks like.
So you're looking at it.
You're looking at it right now.
You're watching it, or you're looking at a frame?
I'm watching it as we speak. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't.
We can't play it for Courtney. He's going to get emotional.
It's fine. We won't have to.
But you're feeling relatively confident.
I feel very confident
that is him?
Drake. Yeah.
You're going to go 90%?
I would go 90% that it's him. And then in the this article I'm reading, what does it say? He was playing a show in Nashville the night before last, and he says, "I know y'all were probably waiting on me to address this, so the rumors are true." Then he paused and he said, "My dad is here. That's what you guys were waiting for, right?" So he's trolling. So he's making a joke of it.
Yeah. But it seems like he could be okay. All right, fair enough. Let's back up though.
Okay.
Why does this video exist?
Exactly.
Is my question.
Let's get
to the meat. Somewhat intentional.
Let's not get to the
intentional.
Let's
in
get
the
to
sense,
the root of the problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what we're working on.
Is that it exists. I feel like if either one of us were him, right? I feel like I would have.
Do we feel like it's staged? Is what we're going.
Yes, I do. Absolutely. I feel like
he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that really needs to create these and send them out.
I feel like, and this is another part of
like you're not hyping yourself up with these videos per se.
He doesn't need the hype.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't need
That's
the hype.
what I'm saying.
And I
it's
think
not like somebody's gonna not
it's a publicity
come over.
thing, right?
It's got to be.
I don't think the last album was what it was, and people haven't really been talking about.
I was literally about to say, does he need to make a comeback
right?
after For the Dogs?
So everyone knows this,
I don't
right?
think so, dude. I think he's good. I think he's set. I just recently listened through that record. Actually, the other day. I also
think he's an egomaniac.
Hit play on it. Went through the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I think he's struggling with.
Isn't he retired now? Wasn't that like his last album?
Who knows, man?
I hope not. That wasn't his last.
I think that's what he said.
But for a gentleman to be that old, he's our peer. Come on, man.
He's a little older than us, isn't he? A little older than me.
How old are you? 30?
I'm 35.
Nah, y'all about the same age.
Think so? So he's younger than you.
Yeah,
he's 37.
Yeah,
my goodness.
Could you like my phallus just out on the timeline?
I don't know. I support it.
Come on, you support
it. Does he? I mean, does he need?
Why not?
He doesn't need to do that.
He's got money. He's got the fame. He's got any woman he wants.
Is he losing?
If I were him, I would have just put up an OnlyFans. Get rich, dude.
You're saying capitalize on it now.
Capitalize on it.
100%. Who cares?
It's not the worst idea.
Who cares?
It's not a bad idea. I mean, at this point.
It's the right generation for it. It's time, I think, for him to do something out of left field. This could be it.
I don't need him.
I know it's not for you. He's not creating it for you. He's creating it for all of, think about it. Think of the amount of people that searched on X this week for that video. Mm-hmm. How many people would pay 99 cents to watch it?
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Think of those middle America people who don't see.
That's what I'm saying.
Celebs.
So let's,
right. You know what I mean?
If I were Drake at this stage, OnlyFans, dude, putting it up, we're putting up the raw video.
As normal people, we could do it and make a lot of money. So
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Not us. A lot of money in contrast, like
to Drake
if you
money?
put up a video on OnlyFans and Drake put up a video on OnlyFans, I don't think the checks are going to be close to each other.
I don't know.
It's confidence. I like it. I appreciate it.
I don't know. I listen. I'm blessed.
I'm listening.
You know.
Maybe, dude, put your own video out and combat his. Do like a.
If you thought
What do they
Drake's
call
was
it?
hot,
like a diss track? What's that when they like battle back and forth?
the diss.
What is that called?
Yeah, diss track.
A diss tape?
Yeah, diss track.
A diss.
Just
diss
diss.
nude.
Do that. We could be on the precipice.
We could
be on
like,
the precipice of a lot of rappers exposing themselves.
You know, I get angry, not like facetiously angry with you, but then you get there, like you get us there, and I'm like, I see where you're going.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of money to be had.
It is.
It's really where I'm going.
Capitalize on the dick. Pick.
Yeah. All right. Well, we spent a lot of time on that, but I think we worked our way through it.
We can get off of that.
Yeah.
Now.
We can
no
move
pun
on.
intended.
True Detective. We were reminiscing slightly.
We're talking a little bit.
Before the show on that. Now I'm fully caught up.
You
I'm
watched
4
4
episodes in.
You watched 3.
I
watched 3.
3 episodes in.
I was waiting on my wife to watch
the
4.
The 5th episode comes out tonight, so you guys are behind.
Wait, I
Saturdays?
thought it came out Sunday.
What's that?
It does, but because of the Super Bowl, they have pushed it up. So it's out
I forgot about that.
today.
Super Bowl.
My boys. So you're going to have to do a little bit of work, catch up.
Okay.
Oh, I watched that tonight when I got home.
And I don't know, the last time we recorded, have we seen episode 3? I think we have.
No, I hadn't.
You hadn't?
So I watched
think
3.
we had. I had.
I didn't watch because
maybe.
we just before we got on air, we had just talked about 3.
Yes. I think the trend has been that the show, for me anyway, it's been declining.
Yes,
I think the show is getting worse with every episode.
Yes,
and that's not to say that it's all bad, but I'm not trying to spoil anything. That's not the point of this. But by the time you get through episode 4, which you will have done, it feels like, and this could all change, but it feels like they're leaning very heavy into
the supernatural
stuff.
I don't like it.
It's getting a little ghosty, goofy, scary, kind of
Disney haunted mansion.
Very, I wouldn't go that far, but it's very like jump scare, very like we're seeing dead people, dude.
Do things, yeah.
All over the place. So it feels a little, again, we have seen this already, so I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything. I just think that it's pushing in that direction. And I believe that it's only 6 episodes long. So with 5 and 6, it's a short season.
It's only 6.
So with only 2 episodes left, there has been so little of this mystery solved. It's really not.
Like no one knows anything.
Dude.
I thought we were getting somewhere.
It could be aliens.
It's been dragging until episode 3, until the end of episode 3. I was talking to my wife and I was like, I'm kind of over this right now. And I love True Detective. And then the ending happened and I was like, okay, that kind of brought me back in. But then afterwards I was sitting there and I was like, it reminds me of The Outsider. Did you guys watch that?
Yes, except for The Outsider is excellent.
Yes, it is excellent. But they dealt with the paranormal and Satan and Lucifer at the end of it.
Very true.
It was intended to deal with this,
intended to be that way, where like True Detective has been very like reality based.
That is correct. Yeah. That is correct. Yes.
Yeah, that last scene in episode 3, I just didn't know how to feel about it. And I watched this because I feel like it's grounded in reality. It's grounded in detectives really solving crimes that potentially could look like they are supernatural or fictional based.
Yep.
So for it to take this turn and now, I mean, it could take another turn and these all be hallucinations, somehow. But
so in the beginning, not to cut you off, to the hallucination point, I thought the underlying theme was going to be kind of like mental health and all of that, and kind of like deterioration up in this like
people are going crazy
up in night country.
Right, yeah.
You're seeing things. This whole kind of like what's a hallucination? What's really like what's not. Is this person, are they dealing with something on a mental level? Are they like crazy? Are they psycho? Like, I thought we were going to get into those threads. And it doesn't feel like that's where we've gone. It just feels very much like spooky times, spooky town.
Because 6 episodes. Sorry, I just had to confirm that. That makes me really sad. Nothing's been done. Episode 2 is a waste.
Well, let me tell you,
episode 2 is definitely a waste. Yeah.
And what I think is happening is I think that's gonna be a trend. I think we're gonna get to the last episode and they'll answer some questions.
A
but
Yeti's gonna come out.
I don't know if there's gonna be a lot of meaningful detective work between now and then. But to your point about some of the Easter eggs, right?
Yeah, we spoke about that a little bit.
So Matthew McConaughey's father, and this isn't spoiling anything for you because you've already seen these episodes. The gentleman that we see that is dead, that is dancing out in the wilderness, out on the ice, right? Yeah. His like girlfriend or wife or whatever sees him and follows him out.
The one that was like skinning the animal.
I don't know if he was. She is skinning the animal. Yeah. But then she sees him. He's out on the ice in his PJs or whatever. He's got the long hair. And he's doing the dancing or whatever. That is his father.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So the names all line up and correlate with season 1. He winds up with, I think, a form of cancer or something like that, which is discussed in season 1, that his father lives in Alaska up north out on like the ice. He's dying from cancer, et cetera, et cetera. So it all ties in.
Because they do this every season, right?
Well, they
somehow
didn't.
they kind of.
Yeah. They kind of do. So season 2 really did not have any meaningful tie-ins. Yeah. Season 3 had a tie-in, an Easter egg at the very end, which was
the investigations.
Correct, which was also relatively meaningless, other than to acknowledge that they all take place in the same universe.
It was like a news clipping of the investigation that
with Marty and Russ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Matthew McConaughey's character grew up in Alaska as a child and in this town, seemingly. And that also is discussed in season 1. So those ties are there.
I think it's cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
Tuttle Corporation, the family in season 1 that is tied up in all of the dark stuff, like the deep, dark, underbelly, sex trafficking, like out in the woods or whatever, right? That family is the family that pays for Solanas or Solaris or whatever that company is that's out on the ice, Salal or whatever it is. That company that's out on the ice is owned by the Tuttle Corporation. So that family is what is ultimately footing the bill for whatever it is they're doing out there. And all of that seemingly made sense in the first couple of episodes. Like the whole idea that there's like this rich, kind of mega wealthy family that is trying to, essentially live forever or whatever, or find a way to manipulate, genetics on a level that they can, again, like I said, live forever, right? That all kind of tracks. And I get all that. But they've kind of lost the thread on that. Like they've not really circled back on it. It was just alluded to. I don't know if they're going to actually tie any of that together in a meaningful way. Obviously, we see the spirals a lot, that iconography.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was, I kind of look at the things that I watch or I plan to watch with like an objective view, like we're all creatives respectfully. And when they were like, oh, night country, Alaska, we're going to get into like you said, mental illness, people going crazy because there's no sun, it's cold. What happens in Alaska during this time? Like how are people in the dark?
100%.
Right? We are not doing it.
I was even okay with the one woman, like the old woman that was out on the ice by herself, obviously kind of living off the land. I was okay with her kind of seeing her dead husband. I was like, okay, I get this. I thought, because even she alludes to mental health, don't confuse mental health and like the spirit world or whatever. I was fine with all of that because that's like a fun thing to kind of play with. Yeah. But now it feels like everybody in town is seeing dead people.
It's just crazy. Yeah.
And it just seems like we're, way off track. But that's my take. It's my hot take on it.
I hate to nitpick. I don't enjoy it's not a spoiler. There's dead people in the 4th season and they're in an ice rink.
Yes.
And they're not acknowledging the fact that there's just a bunch of disgusting ice melting onto this very public area. You know what I mean?
I think
they have those mats down, I know, but like that
I think we can scrape the ice pretty quick, though.
We can scrape it. You got the Zamboni.
Yeah, you just get scrape it up. You get Stone Cold out there to
There's
ride the
also
Zamboni.
like 100 people in this town.
Yeah,
I think we can close the rink for
That's
a few days.
great. Which
you like are on a frozen lake just outside.
You say this. There's 100 people in this town, right?
There's more than that, but to be fair,
give or take, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay. So you got, for lack of a better words, this indigenous police officer. She's brown. Walks past these two white guys and she just kind of holds her box in front of her and he doesn't recognize who she is. She arrested him and broke his nose.
Yeah.
And he just he's talking about her as she passes him and it's just one of those cheap movie tropes that I was like, come on now.
I get it.
For there to be this minimal amount of people in the town.
Yeah.
And you don't recognize the brown police officer that broke your nose when you walked right past her.
Yep.
It's just kind of
fair. Yeah. It's fair. All right, moving on. Traveler whiskey.
Whiskey. This
Talk
is delicious,
to me
man.
about the Traveler whiskey and your thoughts.
Good job, Mr. Stapleton. Good job.
It was pretty solid. So again, as we said, this is Buffalo Trace Distillery. They have a pretty good track record of solid whiskey. So I wasn't super surprised. It's 90 proof, so it's not going to be overly assertive. Like this is a easy drinking whiskey.
Very
nice.
full. Doesn't have a lot of bite. Goes down easy. What's the price point on it?
I want to say it was like mid 40s, low 40s.
That's a great price for that taste.
Yeah, $38.
What?
Yeah. I think it was like I want to say it was like 42 or 45.
Good for you, man. Good pickup.
That's good.
Not bad. We talked about it last week when we were over at the Spirit Shop. We kind of
you got this from Jay. That's right.
We honed in on it as like a bottle to try.
Did you go over there today?
Yeah.
How were they doing over there?
Hanging out, man. They went over there, or I went over there. He's just chilling. No tastings. He had the same bottles of whiskey out that he had when we were there last week. So I didn't. So nice. Yeah, I mean, I didn't need to like dabble in all that. But picked up a little champagne.
You celebrating something?
No, well, it's Valentine's Day. Got a little champagne for the wife.
There you go.
She used to like champagne. She used to be really into it, and I told Jay this. I was like, historically, I've gotten her champagne for Valentine's Day and for her birthday. She's like, she likes that. Like that's her like favorite thing to drink, really.
Yeah. Most women like bubbly, man.
Yeah,
Prosecco,
bubbles are dope.
Something like I probably average a bottle of Prosecco a week for my wife.
Respect.
Yeah.
Emily has been on kind of a not drinking kick. She's been like really hyper focused on that. So I have a lot of bottles that are stacking up.
It's a good problem.
Also, here's the other problem.
What's up?
We don't, and this is going to sound.
Here we go. Let's go.
I don't know. This might sound a little like, I don't know, bougie, but because they're bottles, like I buy these bottles for her for Valentine's Day or for her birthday or anniversary or whatever, they're nicer bottles.
You get the nicer bottles for the occasion, right?
And then what happens is you don't open them.
So now you're stacking.
So now I'm stacking all these like really nice bottles of champagne, which I guess is like, it's a fine problem to have. Like it's not the end of the world, but at the same time, like when are we going to do this? I have the same issue with some wine. I have some bottles of wine that were like very expensive. And then the two of us never feel like we can,
enjoy them together.
Yeah.
Well, don't have kids.
We're just like,
if we have kids, you like, definitely be drinking a lot.
I've got bottles of champagne, bottles of whiskey, like that I don't know when I'll ever open.
That's a good problem.
Do you feel like you can't open them because you're like I struggle to drink my nicer whiskey sometimes because like I know it's gonna go away.
Yeah,
that's like I'm sure everyone has that feeling at some point.
Yeah, the problem is I have a lot of bottles that don't exist anymore.
Oh yeah.
Like I have several that like I probably have the only one left.
Oh.
Period.
Yeah.
Maybe there's somebody else in a private collection that has them. I've searched because I have some bottles that I really, really want to drink and try. And I have been searching and searching online forums, like auctions. I can't find them anywhere. I can't even find records of them anywhere. So they're like that. It's like that. Basically, it's a I don't know, have a kid, maybe deathbed kind of thing. I don't know.
If we
like
were,
once it's popped, like you'll never get it back.
No, if we were, so what you're saying is if we were very successful millionaires, you'd probably have like one of those rooms in the basement with like just bottles. Like
maybe, but it's not even. You would, probably. Yeah, there are certain things that I'm very dialed in on trying to track down and find, and I will like comb the country for them. And I've a lot of these things I have gotten in the past, and I have chosen, I knew they were going to be special, so I never opened them. And now it's at that point where even if you had like 10 grand to spend on it, like you couldn't find it.
What's the name of a bottle? I'm just curious.
So I have a High West. It's a light whiskey. This is one of the earlier bottles that they made. And the last time that I saw it for retail,
the 14-year-old.
Yeah, it was over $1,000. God. But it's not. That was like years and years and years ago when it was actually available for purchase.
I do love High West.
That was. It was also so not. Good, yeah. It wasn't being. This was not being bought directly from High West. This was like a collector who also had a bottle but was just selling it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at this point, would you consider yourself a collector?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely I guess someday I could sell it and just get rid of it.
I cannot collect alcohol.
It's worth that much. I have the complete Game of Thrones set.
Yes, you
unopened.
Did.
No, I meant
that's
like
also
whiskey,
rare.
But
no, I mean the whiskey set.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it. You gotta show it to me.
Yeah, Game of Thrones has there's a whiskey.
I didn't know. I thought you were talking about like the
with
DVD
all of the
series.
distillers. No. They did a set with all the distillers like in Scotland. So every distiller did a bottle for each house.
Oh yeah, you gotta show me that. Yeah, show me that.
And so I have all of those.
Something like that I would keep, but I can't.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to open it.
There's a empty bottle of the very rare 14-year-old. High West for $80 on eBay.
The empty bottle.
Just an empty bottle.
Just the bottle.
People were selling empty sets of the Game of Thrones whiskey bottles.
I mean, that's a collector's item.
Yeah.
I would assume, yeah.
But does how like wine over years, like you have to move the bottle or flip it or whatever so it like doesn't settle? Do you have to do the same thing for whiskey?
No, traditionally you do not. It is something that probably shouldn't be kept in varying climates. It should be like in a stable, cooler climate. So like, for example, if you have all your whiskey like in front of the windows or something, that's not ideal. You don't want to have them like laying down, turned on their sides, things like that. Do a little more but it, once it's bottled, and as long as it's not been exposed to like air, like you've not taken the top off of it, it should hang out for a while.
Very good, man.
I mean, again, assuming it's like relatively controlled climate wise and not in the blasting sun.
And it's a blend. It's a blended whiskey.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yeah. Pretty good. All right. So high marks. We like it. We're enjoying it.
Good job, Mr. Stapleton.
DeMarco, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Hate it,
thumbs
love
up.
it.
It looks like it's almost in the same type of bottle shape of Buffalo Trace. Obviously, I know they're brewed.
Yeah, I think Buffalo Trace maybe is a little bit more rounded at the top, I think.
I think it's where it starts to taper. That the shape of it looks very familiar.
Yeah. But not bad, man.
Yeah,
not
very
bad.
good.
How about Masters of Air?
You texted me about this, and I keep seeing it on Apple TV. I haven't sat down and like watch something on my own yet.
The Air.
Is that the one Tom Hanks produced?
Yeah, so this is basically more or less the
Top Gun in the 40s.
This is the same idea. It's the same people that did Band of Brothers and The Pacific. And now this is like their new thing. Rather than it going to HBO, it went to...
Oh, this is a series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
I thought it was a movie. That's why I was like, I'll get to it.
Nah, man.
It's an Apple TV series.
This is a series. Masters of the Air. I'm one episode in.
Oh, just one? Okay, I can watch one.
I'm not deep into it. There's a couple. I think there's a couple episodes out. I think they released 3 of them initially. And I wouldn't put it...
It's got my guy in it, Barry King. Wait, how do you say that last name? Barry.
Oh,
it's the Joker.
Saltburn.
Hogan.
It's the Joker.
Hogan.
Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm only one episode and I can't really talk shit. Band of Brothers does a much better job of establishing the entire cast on the front end, so you're fully invested in everybody and you care
real quick,
about everybody. But it takes like 3 or 4 episodes before you're kind of into the weeds. And I think what they did with Masters of the Air is they tried to get you into the action a little faster.
Yeah,
it's probably because of the average attention span of today's viewer. But in doing so, I'm not as attached to the characters. Not yet. Maybe I'll get there by the end of the series. But like people are dying. Not to spoil anything.
In the first episode,
yeah, it's World War II, man. We're flying planes, into combat.
Damn.
There's 9
planes
episodes.
Are dropping, dude. Planes are dropping left and right. So people are dying, and I just don't,
Planes don't. I don't know if planes.
Not to care. I just don't care because I don't know them yet. Not to sound
crazy.
Shitty.
You're not invested in the characters enough to care. I'm not invested to blow up.
Yeah, not. Exactly. Yeah. So it's been a little bit of a weird pacing thing. I felt like it's been kind of this odd jump right into the action thing. But you've not seen any of it. Interested? No. Not interested? Band of Brothers fan? No? Yes? No? Did you watch Band of Brothers?
No, I didn't watch Band of Brothers, but I am
never saw Band of Brothers.
Crazy.
I like movies about war and aviation.
Never saw Band of Brothers.
I never saw Band of Brothers.
Never put that on.
Wow.
Nah.
Not one episode.
It's a show?
HBO.
Wow.
Show.
Nah, and it's on HBO?
HBO.
It's got Ross from Friends in it.
It's one of the best shows
fantastic.
of all time.
Never seen it.
Fantastic.
Heard about it.
The Pacific, not as good, but good. Okay. Not as good. Right, Band of Brothers is chef's kiss, dude.
I need a background, not a background show, but something to play while I'm
watching.
You gotta pay attention to it. It's really good.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty
It's
intense.
not a background show.
How old is it?
It's not Housewives.
How old is it?
We'll look. Probably 15 years, I would guess.
Oh man, I gotta get through
2001. There's a 9.4 on IMDb.
20 years.
What?
20 years. Dude.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, dude, it's
2001.
Good.
That's probably why I didn't see it.
Hey, I saw it. You have no excuse.
I was
21.
You don't know what I was.
20,
you don't want to know.
2001.
2001.
Yeah.
We all want to know what you were doing, dude. Band of Brothers, right here, man. World War II. Get into it.
I love World War II stuff.
It is a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Fantastic.
And
the best. Dog.
It doesn't. It ages well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Best.
I got you. I
mean, it's a
you
period.
You got me.
So,
I'll throw it
It's great. It's really good.
Oh my God, dude.
What is that?
All right.
We're just gonna run through some news.
Well, we're gonna touch some news. I mean, is there anything off the top of your head you want to get into?
I'm
very. You haven't seen Masters of the Air, so I don't know what to talk to you about.
I'm out of sight, out of mind person. So,
is there anything else you watched this week? Did you watch anything this week? Other than Love After Lockup or whatever?
I was in this boot camp all week for work, so I didn't really get to watch any TV.
What's a boot camp for work look like? I mean, you're not like in the military.
He's
learning stuff?
I am now a coding engineer, so I had to go through a coding camp.
Coding camp?
Yeah, coding.
What are you coding?
It's like
tell the people.
Packages, scripts for enterprise deployment.
Okay, everybody understands
computers. Nerd stuff. Nerd.
No kidding, a real nerd. It's all good.
What we all do.
I've been trying to get into a wee bit of coding myself. So, everybody's got to get there at some point sooner or later.
You're all going to have to learn how to read the Matrix at some point.
That's right, dude. All right. Pirates of the Caribbean.
This young lady has been on a roll. Was it Ayo Edebiri?
Yeah, from
The Bear.
The Bear. Have you watched The Bear?
I don't.
Do you watch anything with a high Rotten Tomato score?
Of course, but I can't.
That's incredible.
The anxiety shows like that give me. I can't. Like my Apple Watch is going crazy because my heart.
So you fired up an episode?
Yeah, and I was like, nah,
the first
this
episode
is not for me. Yeah, too much.
Did you work in the food industry at all?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my first job was in Wendy's. That doesn't count.
Okay, fine.
When I was like 15.
Okay, all right. I get the anxiety. There's an episode called 7 Fishes that will like blow it through the water for you anxiety-wise, but it's a phenomenal episode.
Bro, like my Apple Watch was going off when I went to see the Marvels. Like I can't. I can't.
Oh, man.
The super high intense stuff is just way too much for me.
All right. Well, if you have not watched The Bear, go ahead. Highly recommended.
Yeah,
go ahead and watch it.
It won a lot of awards.
It's on FX,
and
I believe. Is that right?
So
FX.
Yes.
Incredible show. It's absolutely amazing. Give it a watch.
It's got my guy from Shameless in it.
But the young lady from The Bear,
Ayo, I don't know.
Edibiri, something like that. Essentially, she's basically the other main character kind of in the show. She's like the other lead, younger black woman. If you're listening to this,
London,
you'll know
right?
who she is.
She's from the overseas.
But she is basically, according to rumors, she's being queued up for Pirates of the Caribbean 6. Now, we track with Pirates of the Caribbean for whatever reason on this show. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I'll tell you why. Because it's a fantastic series.
It is. It's an awesome series.
It deserves to live on.
We love RDJ. So,
it's been in the news a lot because Johnny Depp is obviously a big part of the series. Yeah. And he got kind of kicked out of Disney because of the whole Amber Heard thing.
Lost his finger.
And Pirates of the Caribbean really isn't. There's an argument as to whether or not Pirates of the Caribbean is really Pirates of the Caribbean if you don't have Johnny Depp in it, because he's such a influential character.
You gotta have. That's like doing Harry Potter without Harry. You gotta have Jack Sparrow.
Sure,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. And can somebody else be Jack Sparrow at this point? Like, is he too iconic to even really recast? Is the question.
I think you can. All right. I think you can bring in someone to live in the legacy of the character, so the character still has to be a part of the story. Right, even if it's just a picture on the wall, and I'm about to do this for Jack, right? Or there's reference to.
But you're saying not replace him.
No, you can't replace.
You're saying that he still lives in this world,
in this universe,
but he's just not in the movie.
Got you.
Can she be Jack Sparrow?
No.
She's supposed to be the replacement from what I'm reading.
Can she replace Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow? Fire up Pirates of the Caribbean 6. It's 2025. You're sitting down in the theaters. It comes on the screen. She's Jack Sparrow.
I don't know. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't think she can replace him as the lead character. She cannot replace Jack Sparrow. Her character cannot replace Jack Sparrow, if that makes sense.
Okay. So she just needs to be in this world. Jack Sparrow is floating around on another boat somewhere else.
Or it's, we've advanced in time and he just doesn't exist anymore. And now she's kind of stepping into the role that he had as something happened. She's going to find his ship or, something.
Sparrow.
Jacqueline, his long lost granddaughter, something. But you can't replace Jack Sparrow. You can't just do away with it.
Well, you heard it here, folks. You're upset about this, as is Elon Musk, which is really where this article came from, because Elon has been you are on X, I'm sure, on the For You page. It's nothing but Elon. So
Elon and Dix.
You know that Elon has been going on a little bit of a rampage against Disney. He's very antagonistic of Disney right now. But he's been posting all of these leaked internal documents from Disney, supposedly.
He's such a troll.
He says that somebody on the inside has been leaking him these documents. And they are basically DE&I documents, basically, you know what I'm saying? Diversity, equity, inclusion, the ratios and how it all breaks down per movie, what you're supposed to have of everything,
because data analytics are now run the business.
Exactly. So it's basically, it looks like it came from a slide deck of some sort, but it's all color coded and all this stuff. I don't know whether it's official or not. I mean, obviously anybody could have made it, but he says that somebody on the inside of Disney has been leaking this stuff to him. And so he's been posting that if you've been on X and following what he's doing. But to kind of sidecar that, this whole Pirates of the Caribbean thing popped up. And
he's not happy about it.
Yeah, he posted, I think it was Disney sucks or something, just
so immature.
Blasted that to the world.
Just straight to it. Disney sucks.
Disney sucks, I think was the post.
Mike, can you pull up his tweets about Disney?
I think it was Disney sucks.
Disney sucks. No filler, no fluff. Straight to it. Disney sucks.
I should have put Mike's computer up here. But here we are. I'm getting.
Here we go.
I spelled it wrong.
These articles are rough. Okay, hold on.
I spelled it wrong initially.
You follow him?
Me?
Oh no.
Who?
You?
Yeah. Of course. I don't need to follow him. I would see his stuff anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course. Are you kidding? He's crazy, dude. You have to follow him.
Did you see that he's on front of a Chinese flag? No, that's in America. Is that That's an American.
That's. Yeah, we should take a second with that. That's an American flag, Courtney.
I thought it was something else because I couldn't see the stars. Then I see the stars at the bottom.
Okay. I mean,
I thought he was like
I don't think a troll. The Chinese or the flag of China doesn't have stripes in it.
I'm also not wearing my glasses. Okay. I can't see those words.
All right, moving on. I was trying to see if we could pull this up real quick just to kind of confirm, but I think it's what he said. Oh, so here's the document, right?
Can't see any of that.
I know, obviously, but it's color coordinated little document.
And it's like, you got to have like 1 in 4.
Inclusion standards. Oh, there you go. You can take that. Thanks. Inclusion standards.
Command plus for me, please.
What it is the title of the document.
It's like you got to have like 1 in 4 black people or some crap like that.
More or less. Yeah, I don't know if it's, Anyway, I've not read the whole thing, but anyway.
I'm still laughing
at your little pissed.
Black on black crime joke.
Dude, it is what it is. What you gotta say?
There we go. Okay.
Here it is.
Thank you. I can see that. Disney sucks.
Man, we're really cooking with gas.
He really just doesn't care.
No.
I mean, I guess if you own the platform, you can say what you want.
Yeah, he's just going for it. Disney
it's also like, again, I don't know, it's a pretty generic criticism. It's fair, I think.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at him
for saying it. What do you
want me
to say? He's a content consumer like the rest of us. If he doesn't like what Disney does and he wants to say Disney sucks, let him.
Absolutely. Freedom of speech. Yeah. Keep X alive.
Disney's kind of sucked lately, if we're being honest.
What's that? What's he saying right there?
It's not been the best.
Disney is ruining everything.
Well, this is not.
These are just the replies.
I think these are replies.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was. I'm sorry. I can't.
But Disney's had a bad track record as of late.
Have they?
You were talking about what was it? Elemental? Wasn't that the movie you were talking about how racist it was?
Oh yeah, Elemental is racist as crap, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never even heard of that. So
Pixar,
there it is. The marketing department.
Is your kid? How old is your kid now?
My son is 3, and my daughter turned 1 this week.
Oh, so they're not
there.
Put
yet.
this on.
No, Mario movie. That's a big hit.
Oh, so you're like still putting stuff on for them.
Yeah.
Clark is like running the Apple TV remote in the house. It's like boom, 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 boom. So she's all in the Disney Plus app, like just finding crap,
just finding stuff,
just finding anything new she can find. So
he discovered Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's a really cool.
I tried that.
No, don't.
Yeah, don't try. I tried the Chipmunks. Didn't.
All right,
Christmas
pull
album.
up Drake.
Christmas album.
You want to see the video?
No.
I literally have a cue. I literally have a cue at the bottom.
It's time for Courtney to tell us whether or not this is Drake.
Please don't do this to me.
Command plus. Zoom in for us and let us confirm.
I have it queued up if you want to see it.
Oh, how about this? This is rather political, but you saw Tucker Carlson sitting down with Putin.
With Vladimir.
Yeah.
I heard about it on Apple News Daily. I do start my day listening to Apple News Daily, and I heard that this was
I texted some people about this because
I
was surprised.
That they sat down together?
Yes.
I mean, it's Fox News.
Are you allowed to go to Russia?
No, he's not on Fox News.
Where is he on?
He got fired from Fox News. He's on his own, dude.
He was on X. He was doing his own stuff on X for a while.
He has his own network now.
He might still be doing it.
The Tucker Carlson network. It's like he's doing his own thing. He runs everything on his website.
Sat down with Vladimir.
And on Twitter. I guess so. I feel like
you can just do that.
That's what I said.
I don't think you can just do that.
He did.
As an American citizen.
He went to Russia and sat down with Putin for over 2 hours and interviewed Putin for over 2 hours.
That's not safe.
Russell Brand, woof.
So I said the same thing. Definitely not safe. He has a track record of kidnapping people.
Look at this guy. We're looking at Vladimir Putin, right? Trump is right there.
Yeah.
Vladimir Trump. And who's that other guy to the left?
I don't know.
It looks
most powerful interviews around the world.
Javier
who is that? Can you do a quick Google on who that guy is? That Kid Rock? What is this website, bro?
This is Tucker Carlson's website. This is his news network.
Javier Milei is
So, for a little context.
Argentinian politician,
economist.
President of Argentina. Okay.
For a little context, Tucker, the boy, he went basically off the rails. When he got fired from Fox, you were thinking,
oh, that guy looks
crazy. If you knew who he was while he was on Fox, you thought, this guy's crazy.
Tucker's wild.
Yeah.
They took him off Fox. He started his own thing, and he basically is doing whatever he wants.
For context for people, right? If you don't follow like news, just there are people who are like hardcore news people, and then there are people who just absorb the news passively. my first major in college was communications, so I had to take a news communications course, and we learned about the dichotomy of like Fox News and then like other news outlets, and we learned that Fox News is a little more conservative, and then their programming is aimed at the left wing. It's aimed at the right wing and attacks the left, right? So when you get someone that like just goes off the rails and is like hardcore, like Tucker Carlson, it makes you think like even they had to say like, all right, dude, like we don't even go, like we go hard. You're going like way hard. It's just.
Dude, flew to Moscow and sat down.
Moscow. You sat down with a man who is invading another country, and the NATO has declared this man a war criminal.
I thought for whatever reason,
crazy, bro.
Like I didn't think you could like get to this guy.
Yeah,
I thought Putin was.
You like send a DM.
The guy has an armored train.
I mean, he seems like the kind of person that just you couldn't. He doesn't almost is not real because you could never get to like you couldn't even see him if you wanted to see him. And here we are. He spent 2.5 hours with him, just shooting the shit,
just chilling. And he doesn't care about anything he's done. That's like you think of Bond villains. Like, I mean,
dude, this armored trains remind me of GoldenEye.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, more or less the same.
It's the same thing. He's got guns on the train. Guns on the train. That's a movie.
But like, I'd be somewhat nervous.
Yeah,
to go over.
I'd be a little. Oof.
I mean,
I don't want to be in that room.
Listen, Russia has kidnapped. Or, I don't know, detained, whatever you want to call it, like a lot of people, a lot of media and journalists and things like that. I mean, arguably Tucker, whether you agree with him or not, one of the bigger journalists or news
in the world, in
the world, he's obviously very USA.
He's like the right wing Oprah.
Like if you were gonna take somebody,
like
this could be the guy.
Yeah, this is if you're going to like, you know what, it's a trick. Come on, Tucker.
Look at him. He's over there in his Patagonia.
He definitely looks
He's got a J. Crew button up on, and look at him.
Yeah,
he's having the best time.
He's not even dressed for the weather.
He's having a good time. He's just hanging out.
And like, here's the thing:
he feels super safe right now.
Tucker could just, fall out of his apartment for some reason, as many
tomorrow,
of the journalists
if we find out Tucker Carlson has passed,
100%,
he might end up with 2 bullets in his head after he shoots himself.
Or we just don't hear from him again.
Dude,
period.
The Putin episode 73.
Oh, wow.
This is episode 73.
Wow. Look at the synergy.
You can't make that up.
He's got Putin. We've got Mike DeMarco.
There you go.
Yeah.
My God.
Now what?
Wow.
Now what?
Here we are.
Going bald, here's what you do.
We got Drake's Dick
series.
and Mike DeMarco against Tucker Carlson and Vladimir Putin.
Let's quickly hit Super Bowl just for a few moments because we're coming to the end of this episode.
Yep.
Let's and this is going to come out before this. No, it's not going to come out. It's going to come out right
Super
after
Bowl's
the
in
Super
2
Bowl.
days. We're not
It's going to drop right after the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
Don't overexert yourself.
Do we care about Usher?
That's a good question.
Do we?
It's a good question.
Black community is.
He just dropped a record. Does anybody know this?
He dropped it like yesterday or the day before.
Did you listen to it?
I didn't listen to the record, but he's had a residency in Vegas that is like breaking records.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's been there for like 2 years. And I think almost every one of his shows has sold out.
Really?
Like,
would we? But don't most residencies sell very well?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I do know that his residency.
I think because Adele had one, Britney Spears had one. Like they were sold out, were they not?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they weren't breaking. I'm not saying they weren't breaking records.
I'm sure
clue.
They sold out a lot.
But his has been like, it was a thing where you would get a residency in Vegas because you were washed, and people would go to Vegas, and it was like, I guess I can go see MC Hammer or whoever.
Yeah,
But now people are going to Vegas for these people having residencies.
Maybe Drake's gonna get a residency.
U2 has a
maybe he's
residency
mad at
in
Usher. He's hating on Usher.
He's hating on. I don't know if he's hating
Usher's
on
coming to
anything,
Baltimore,
really,
and I tried to get tickets for my wife. They were like $800 a piece. I was not doing it.
Damn.
I know people think we're rich. I couldn't I couldn't give her the okay for that.
I mean, you have to really like what you're going to go see.
Usher's is the man. Man, he's one of those guys.
Confessions was the big record. That was like
That's like 10 times platinum. Right. That's like that's where he peaked.
Who is your artist that you have to see?
Me?
Yeah. Like before you die.
I never thought Usher would be one of those guys, but he's aging so gracefully as far as an entertainer. Now I kind of feel like I gotta see him.
So Usher is the guy.
The guy? I'm not saying the guy. He's one of those people.
Yeah, but like, who's your like gotta get to this before I die?
If they show? Like, you would be devastated if you found out tomorrow morning they were dead and you never saw them live.
Oh,
it's Friday night. You're gonna die on Sunday. You can go to one show tomorrow night.
One show.
They are playing, and you can
whoever it is will play.
I saw a lot of people, so I'm trying to think of like who I haven't seen, who I wanted. Snoop Dogg.
I've never seen
Snoop live.
Is he still touring?
Yeah,
I'm sure he is.
He's doing all types of paloozas wherever they are, and
I mean,
rock the bells.
Okay, all right.
Snoop is definitely. That's funny because I texted you.
You did.
I was texting you, and he. What did I say? I said, "Do we need some Drizzank?" And you were like, "Yeah," and I was like, something about I was texting in Snoop isms today.
He's got one date.
He's in Vegas.
One Vegas show this year,
May 4th. You could go. How much are the tickets?
Are the tickets?
What do the tickets cost?
I just want to know how old he is. This will dictate.
He's like 50. Yeah.
Oh, he's only 50. Okay.
You also got to think about entertainers start very young, bro.
That's true.
In their teens when they finally.
This sounds awful, but he looks older than.
Oh yeah, we've seen him forever.
470
for general admission. Woof. What's VIP?
VIP cabana.
$800
for the cabana.
That shit.
And
back to Tucker. God bless. So $800 for VIP. What's the cabana cost us?
I need
10 grand.
$18,500.
Sure. Sell your car to Cabana and then go to Vegas.
Ultimate roped off viewing arena, security, shade, and VIP service. Complimentary 2 bottles. They told you can only have 2 bottles.
No, that's what they're giving you.
Yeah, you get 2 bottles.
They're giving you 2 bottles.
One premium liquor and a bottle of champagne, baby.
So Cabana available.
Get 2 champagnes
only.
You could get 2 champagnes, although I think you get 1 premium liquor in one.
Complimentary 2 bottles. Your choice, 1 premium bottle,
and you
one
get a bottle
champagne.
of champagne.
Private air conditioning.
For anybody that's going to be in Vegas May 4th and wants to go see Snoop
Dogg. For you, who is it?
You want to blow 20 grand, knock yourself out. Dude, I don't know. That's a
because you've seen a lot of people too.
Interesting.
I can only name a few. Michael Jackson, he's dead. Prince, he's dead. So
yeah, I don't know.
It's got to be like
I don't know.
You know, like
it's weird because I feel like I take it back. I know who it would be. I'd take it all back.
I know.
I was gonna say like there are some dead people, but
have you seen Drake before? I know obviously you're a big Drake fan.
Yes, I've seen Drake. Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
100%.
But they don't play anymore. They're not together.
They broke up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I was looking at it from the context of somebody who is still alive.
Yeah, that's like a goat for you.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Daft Punk is
like if they came back and they were going to play shows, like I would do a lot to get to one of those.
I thought
shows.
you were about to say I do some Molly and then go.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you was.
No, you got to be fully present for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you were seeing him on a regular basis or something, then sure, like maybe like experiment with something. But I think if this is your
Daft Punk
one and done,
is a
dude,
good one.
you gotta see.
Daft Punk is a good one.
You gotta settle in.
That's a good one.
Show up sober, settle in.
Yeah, I'd like to see Mariah Carey. I don't know why.
We're gonna wrap it up. We'll be back, but we're gonna wrap it up. It's been an hour.
I love her Christmas album.
We're here for an hour.
Okay. Damn, all the time. You're always looking at the time, and I never know where the time is.
Well, before
it's been right there in front of our face.
Yeah,
the entire
before you've not been able to see it in the old setup. You couldn't really see it that well.
And we didn't talk about the Super Bowl at all. You just want to jump into the next episode?
Why don't you just hot take? Who do you think is going to win?
Who do you have money on?
I don't think Brock Purdy's going to show up in those bright lights. Mahomes is built for this. Yeah, I hate it, but this is what it is.
I bet against Kansas City before. Won't be doing it again. I think San Francisco.
You take the bet because any given Sunday just to win some money, but I don't.
No, dude. KC is just
everything is going
in their favor.
The coach, the quarterback, and the number one weapon are all built for this.
But the narrative, the whole NFL narrative right now is just KC to the max.
Yeah. There was a young lady in the barbershop today with a Kansas City sweatshirt on in Owings Mills. And I was like, why?
They've got Taylor Swift.
Taylor's there.
They've got the country. They've got everybody.
Andy Reid's story. Mahomes. His father getting a DUI.
And truthfully, if I'm being completely honest, I hope they win because I really want some people to retire. And I think there's a possibility of that happening if they win. I think Andy Reid could call it quits.
What's your over under?
I think Travis could. Travis is rumored to be.
If
retiring.
They win,
he wants to go out on top.
If they win, what's the over under on him proposing to Taylor on the field? I'm hearing that's the rumor. That's what's going to happen. If they win, he's going to propose to her
on the field.
Interesting.
Well,
that'd be incredible.
Yeah,
interesting.
That'd be crazy.
He becomes the new Gronk. Gronk was everywhere when he retired.
I don't know, dude. Oh, yeah. It feels fast to me.
Your word.
They've not been. Fast. She's
almost a billionaire now.
She is a billionaire.
Yeah. Come on, man. You got to do that.
Got to lock it down.
Oh no, I get it. I get the effort. Yeah, you try.
You got to.
You try.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will they break up if they lose? Would that like?
Nah,
I mean, you definitely don't propose if you lose.
No. What's the age gap there? Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. I feel like there's a significant gap.
I don't know. Let's find out. Travis
Kelce, 34. Taylor Swift.
34.
Shut up. What? Did you? Okay. Oh, you're Swiftie. Okay.
First of all, I am. I did not know her age, although I know she's roughly my age. I know she's close to it, and I'm 35. Like I knew she was around my age, but I didn't know. I just said 34 because of the irony.
Did you watch the Grammys? She won Grammy for album
I didn't watch Grammys, but we can talk about that in a little bit. I did see. I saw some of it. But,
next show.
Okay. But who do you think? You think KC's going to win?
KC wins. Travis Kelce 2 touchdowns. Mahomes gets 1.
And a Taylor Swift proposal.
All right.
We'll end on that.
I like it.
That's great. Boom.
Which is 31-17. There we go.